In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make 2 medium squares and 4 small squares out of one piece of paper without using scissors. So here's how you do it. First, you take one regular sized piece of paper. It doesn't matter what kind of paper it is. You can be using construction paper, notebook paper, newspaper, any kind of paper, but you want it to be in a rectangle shape. And the first thing you're gonna do is you are going to fold it in half. So you have 2 folded pieces. So here's my trick to tearing paper without scissors. First, I fold my paper and I'm gonna unfold it. And now I'm gonna fold it again, but I'm gonna flip it over and do it the opposite way. And I'm gonna, each time I fold it, I'm gonna just kind of really make sure I press on that folded line or that folded crease. And I'm gonna do this over and over again a couple of times. So really pressing it, flip it over, and the more times you do that, the more this paper is gonna crease. And now, with my paper flat on my table, I can just hold my paper with one hand really tightly onto the table, and then just very gently start tearing. And I'm kind of just putting pressure right next to that line that I just folded. And as I tear, I'm just gently pulling down and I'm moving my hand down my paper so I can kind of push the paper down where it's really close to where I'm tearing. And now I have 2 rectangles. To make a medium-sized rectangle now, all you have to do is you're gonna take one side of your paper or one corner and you're gonna start folding it up. And I like to make this corner right here really even first. And I line up the edge of my paper itself. And now I press that fold, and I just made a triangle fold. Now I'm gonna take a pen and I'm just gonna hold that triangle down and I'm gonna draw a line on the side of my paper where I still have this excess paper here. Right, so now I'm gonna unfold my triangle, and now I'm gonna I'm gonna just flip my paper over, and what I'm gonna do is fold over this rectangle, and I'm gonna just start folding it over until I see the line that I drew. And then I'm gonna just hold that paper tight and then press that new fold down. And now, like I did with that, when I had that full sheet of paper, I'm gonna flip my paper over, unfold that flap, flip it over, fold it, press the crease. And do that a couple of times to make sure that fold is really, really good. And now I'm ready to tear my paper. I'm gonna press my paper down with one hand. I'm gonna make sure I'm holding it really tight. And then with the other hand, I'm gonna just start gently tearing. And going very slowly, I'm gonna tear off this flap. And there's my medium square. To make the small squares, you just use the extra paper or the rectangular flap that you just tore off, and all you do is you fold it in half, and it's okay if this one's not perfect. So make sure you really make sure that crease is folded really nice and tight, and then you're gonna unfold it and flip it over. and refold it. And then press that crease one more time, or really make it strong. Now hold the paper tight to the table and gently tear. And that is how you tear out paper squares from a rectangular piece of paper.